Butt sack. Hello everyone, I am Third Mario Brother and welcome back to Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we caught Buttsack, the legendary Mew, using the old sea map to get to the faraway island, and this time around, we're going to be doing yet another special event and catching another awesome legendary Pokemon, so let's get right into it. Of course, beginning in the Lily Cove Harbor. The ferry to Slateport is... Oh, that pass.
Is that you who brought that odd ticket? Where are you trying to go? Where you're trying to go is an island that's far, far away. No one knows what awaits there. The very thought excites my blood as a sailing man. Get on board, youngster,
and here we go, off to yet another island. This time it's going to be... Berth Island, a very, very daunting sounding one with a very strange name compared to what we've done so far, and strange music to boot. And I better show you the ticket that we used this time very quickly. We used the Aurora Ticket, required to board the ship to Berth Island. Wow, couldn't figure that one out without you, game. But this one, oh man, my dog ran up to me and dropped it on my foot. There was something chewed up and covered in slobber, and it was just that. It was the Aurora Ticket. But the Mew event I had not done before, and this event I have not done before either. So this is just as new to me as it is to you guys. And I have no idea what's going on here. What is this thing? Okay. So apparently we've got a triangle moving around or something. I don't know what's going on. Let's go ahead and click it again. Or am I doing this right? Like, is there something else that I should be doing? I really don't know. So apparently we're doing like a Zelda-esque puzzle or something like that and just moving this triangle around really quickly. I don't know if this is actually a puzzle or if there's something I should be doing other than this or what, but this thing seems to be heating up and it's really hot to the touch. So let's go ahead and hit it one more time. And did we do that right? I don't know. It's really red now and it was black when it... Whoa, what is going on? Oh my word, guys, we are fighting against Deoxys in this Pokemon. Oh my god, since my childhood, I have to tell you guys, Deoxys has always been one of the most powerful, strong-looking Pokemon in my opinion. This thing is intimidating. I would not want to run into this guy in a dark alleyway at night. This thing is just straight up scary. Look at it, you can tell. This, as far as aliens go, is a crazy alien. This alien is messed up, and he is not afraid to use super effective moves on our Mew that aren't going to do very much, but he is not afraid to deal out the damage. Oh my god, let me tell you that. Now I have a little bit of a story about Deoxys, which apparently is a Pokemon that comes from distant outer space and was, is like a genetic mutator thingy. I don't know. It comes from outer space. That's basically all I know about it. And I brought out Buttsack the Mew to fight this thing off because I wanted to be able to lower its HP, and I knew prior that it was going to be level 30, and of course all of our other Pokemon would probably one-hit KO this guy, and I hope we really don't lose our Magnet for good. But either way, oh, our Static paralyzes him, so we don't even have to use a Thunder Wave. Either way, Deoxys was the kingpin of one of my friend's teams when I used to fight him in his Pokemon Emerald version when we were children, because he used Game Sharks, man. He had a Ho-Oh, a Lugia, a Deoxys, and all kinds of legendary Pokemon. That was just unfair. But I thought him to be the king of Pokemon playing. I thought that he was just the coolest kid on the block because he had all of these things, and I almost beat him. I thought that I was going to be the new reigning champion over my town because I almost beat his team of all legendaries with like altered stats through Game Shark codes with my normal team, although it wasn't very well constructed considering all I had was a Swampert, and I thought its strongest move was Waterfall, as I've told you guys in the past, but you know what? That's no big deal. This Deoxys, though, oh my god. I remember seeing the Deoxys anime very, very vaguely, the anime movie I'm talking about, when I was a child, and ever since then, Deoxys has just been one of the most... It's not one of my favorite legendaries personally, but I can see through its design that this thing is absolutely scary. Once again, I've said it before, I would not mess with this thing. And he has one hand, and he's got two other licorice-looking arms. Oh my god, he's so creepy-looking and so strong-looking, and he just had a critical hit on us and almost took out a very, very strong Pokemon that's 13 levels higher than him in one hit. Is that not incredible? That seems to be a little bit incredible to me. Luckily, he doesn't have that great of a moveset. I believe, Deoxys' signature move is Psycho Boost. And by the way, that kid that I was fighting when I was little, he used all of, like, the Pokemon's signature moves and not actually decent competitive movesets, because that's just how you play when you're little. He had Psycho Boost on the Deoxys, and Aero Blast on the Lugia, and Sacred Fire on the Ho-Oh, of course, because that just sounds so much cooler than Fire Blast, and Psychic, and, what's a good flying move that existed in 3rd Gen? Aerial Ace. But, regardless of all that, we are here fighting Deoxys, and we're about to catch this thing. And this thing is a lot... I wonder if it has a much lower catch rate than Mew. It must, because this thing is a lot more stubborn. It's a lot more obdurate than that Mew was. But nothing is gonna beat my man Buttsack. Maybe it's because Buttsack was just so playful and he was so willing to join our team. And this Deoxys, on the other hand, not so much. But this thing, it almost didn't look like a Pokemon the first time I saw it. I was like, whoa. Because at that point, legendary Pokemon, the weirdest they got was like Celebi and Jirachi and stuff like that. And the darkest they got was Mewtwo, and this thing just took it to a whole other level, a whole new level of intimidation and of raw, like, this is when you could tell they started getting super, super serious with the legendaries. This thing is not about some ancient lore. This thing is not about, any connection to humans. This thing is straight from outer space, and it is definitely scary. And something about Deoxys, it comes in different forms depending on, like, I'm not sure what the factors are, but it has an attack form, a defense form, this form, which is the normal form, and a speed form, and each of them will focus on a different stat. I believe it depends on, like, game that you catch it in, actually, because I'm pretty sure after you catch it, it just immediately changes forms, and you can't, like, change it via any other means. You'll have to trade for a different form or something like that. And man, this guy is just not getting in the Pokeball. What is up with that? Now, I gotta say, I noticed that it was a different song as soon as the battle started, but Deoxys gets his own battle theme here, and oh my god, is it amazing! I didn't really get a chance to listen to it too much until, until just now, because, I took a break from commentating to throw about 5 Ultra Balls at this guy that he just swatted away with that gigantic, goofy Mickey Mouse-looking hand of his. But this song is incredible. Oh, it is exciting, and it accentuates, it emphasizes Deoxys' power like no other. So, let's keep on chucking Ultra Balls, and maybe someday, this alien-looking dude with the, like, satellite panels coming out the side of his head, is that what you're modeling yourself after, Deoxys? Did you see one of Earth's beautiful satellites, some of our space litter up there in the atmosphere, you just thought you had to style your hair like that? Man, you don't gotta change yourself to look like other people, girl. You already got the body for it. I mean, look at that incredibly slim waist there, made of, like, pulsating brown tendrils and organs. And look at those nice, wide hips that you could probably stab open a car door with. Deoxys, girl, you are beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna stop insulting this thing before it, like, pops up at the foot of my bed at night. In fact, Deoxys has a really scary design, like, straight up scary. I know before I was saying intimidating and really strong looking and stuff, but imagine he doesn't have that one gigantic hand waving towards us right now, going like, no, you shall not pass. Imagine if he just had his tentacles on the other side of his hand right now. And imagine those bright white eyes inside of those black sockets. And imagine you just, like, wake up at night and he's staring you down like, you think you can capture me? No, it is I who capture you. And then he throws a Pokeball at you, and it awkwardly bounces off your head, and you start laughing, and then Deoxys cries one single tear and just walks out of your room because he's so embarrassed. I'm sorry, I had to turn that into something lighthearted at the end, because I was getting a little bit scared myself, because Deoxys, actually, you know, now that I look at it, Deoxys would make a fantastic ballerina. I mean, look at those legs. They come to one single point. I bet this fool's footprint is just one dot on the Pokedex, and I guess we'll see that in a minute if he ever decides to get inside of this Pokeball, but I bet this guy would make a beautiful ballerina. Put that in a tutu, compliment those hips all day. Oh, Deoxys, you would be beautiful. I think I found your calling here on Earth. You're not supposed to sit inside of this triangle, whatever you were doing here. I don't even know what was up with that puzzle at all. But, you could be the greatest dancer the world has ever known. You could make it, girl. I know you could do it. And I've referred to Deoxys as both a boy and a girl about 15 times in the past, like, minute and a half or something like that. I guess Deoxys doesn't really have a gender, so it doesn't matter all that much. So let's... Oh my god, I'm about to gobble up those noodle arms if you don't hurry up and get inside these Ultra Balls, Deoxys. I mean, come on. There's no real way that I can get your health too much lower than this unless I want to, like, risk murdering you or something, which I don't. You are a beautiful thing, and you need to be inside of my Pokeball, Deoxys. Okay, Deoxys, you're getting less and less intimidating and more boring by the moment. You have burned through like 20 Ultra Balls in the past couple minutes, man. You gotta stop. You have got to stop. I've got places to go. I don't know about you and your boring little life, but I've got places to go, people to see, more Pokemon to capture, and more Pokemon to make fun of and yell at. What? You are so boring, Deoxys. I bet that little purple thing in the middle of your chest isn't like a crystal ball or an organ or anything like that. I bet that's like a Boy Scout badge that you're just so proud of that you've had for the past 15 years for being the most boring Pokemon on the face of the planet, and you are just flaunting it like no other. You know what? I'm going with that. I'm absolutely sure that is what that is. Deoxys, come on with it right now. Please, please, my friend. I got off 1 more pound with Buttsack, and you can tell because Deoxys is in the red health and paralyzed right now, but it is still refusing to get inside of this Ultra Ball. Deoxys, one time I respected you, but this time is not that. Oh my god, okay, I take it back. I respect you entirely, Deoxys. You know what? That is okay. You burned through about 30 Ultra Balls, and that's like 60,000 Poké-Dollars worth of items right there, but I'm okay with it. And yeah, see, Deoxys changed his forms right there. I believe that is the speed form. Deoxys is, yeah, I was right about the footprint. Look at that one little pixel. Well, it's not 1 pixel, but close enough. You could still be an alright dancer. Maybe not quite as good as Regice, but you're still up there. Anyway, Deoxys is a Pokemon that mutated from an extraterrestrial virus exposed to a laser beam. Whoa! You thought your life was weird. Its body is configured for superior agility and speed. And yep, this thing gets 1 tendril on each side instead of 2 now. And it loses like the protective coating, so it is just straight up black in the middle. And man, this guy looks like he means business. But you know what? He's still wearing his little Boy Scout badge, so we're going to name him a very Boy Scout sounding name. We're going to name him Dale. Dale the Deoxys, along with our Lucy and our Gordon and our Kyle and our Raymond. He's sort of the outcast of the group because he's kind of funny looking, but he's really tall and really big and really strong, and nobody really wants to mess with him, so they all just sort of stay away from him. I feel bad for Dale. You know what? Let's go out for coffee or something sometime. Sound good to you, Dale? Sounds good to me. And that does it for Berth Island, evidently. I don't believe there's anything else here. And is there actually even music playing right now? I guess there is a soundtrack here, but it's just very, very light. Either way, we captured Deoxys in this episode of Pokemon Emerald. Yet another event that not a whole lot of people get to see. So thank you all very... what an oddly shaped island. Yeah, triangle. Strange. Whatever. Either way, thank you all very much for watching this episode of Pokemon Emerald, and I will see you guys next time, where we go after another special event and capture yet another legendary Pokemon. So thanks once again for watching, and I will see you guys then.